Thompson Center presents Extreme Pursuits with Mark Kayser.
As a Wyoming resident, I love to get a taste of bow hunting elk in different corners of my home state. I'm an elkaholic. I love elk hunting to the degree where it gets a little goofy come September. And if there's a favorite way to go after elk for Mark, it's bow hunting. On that first day out, my expectations were met and then some.
What is he? 65?
Yep.
It just didn't feel right. 65 yards, and to boot, the winds were blowing 30+ miles an hour. By the time I calculated everything in my mind, the bull was gone. I felt a little bit bad about it, but then again, I want to make the best shot I can on a big bull. And then he got out there, and I mean, I'll take a long shot if I got time to settle in and on it and everything. But with that wind and everything, we were just getting the yardages and took off again.
Yep. Yeah. It's probably best to let that one
yeah,
go.
It just turns my stomach to think of wounding an animal like that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so.
This would be a pretty good drift right here in this wind.
Wow.
And you know, and the way he ran off, there could be a good chance that they're just right over the ridge here. We could get right back in the middle of it again.
Let's get right back in the middle of it again.
Mark has teamed up with Scott and Angie Denny, owners of Table Mountain Outfitters. This duo has guiding down to a science. If you think one guide is good, just wait until you have two.
Angie and I guide together quite a bit.
We get to be in a fluid motion a lot of times when we're doing a stalk.
She'll stick tight with the hunter generally, especially on the elk.
And then Scott usually works behind us to try and get the bull to move in the right direction. And it works really well because then there's somebody up moving around and we're not just sitting stagnant waiting for a bull to come by.
It's worked out very well. We've had a lot of success doing this. We've done a lot of shows throughout the years. It's a lot of fun.
That's pretty good. 5 minutes out of the truck, 4 bulls. Our little jaunt on that first morning, it couldn't have went better yet. We'd gotten up on this little ridge, Scott was looking around telling me this, that, and I happened just to peek off to my left and spotted another big bull. And this guy, again, was a whopper. I mean, these are trophy bulls that anyone would kill for to get within bow range. Mid 300 bulls, heavy 6 points, stacked out long points. We worked our way through the rocks, easing, slipping, sneaking, peeking. We finally got to within about 60 yards of him. He was down in a little pocket. We could see where he was. He was screened by pines, and every once in a while he was giving us an opening. Finally, he got into one good hole. I don't want to shoot that. Don't you think there's not enough window there? But my mind again was telling me, am I going to be able to arc that arrow and miss the top limb and let it slide right into that bull? I just didn't think I could. I just didn't think I had a flat enough shooting bow to miss everything and let that arrow slip in without it hitting or nicking a limb. And again, I just did not want to risk wounding a bull in an opportunity like that when I knew we could maybe sneak down and get another chance. I called the shot off. Scott was fine with that. He wants everything to be comfortable for the hunter, and we moved in on that bull. There just wasn't enough window there to make a shot on that bull. We're gonna try and get around on him. He heard us, but I don't think he's that spooked. The other cows are just down there milling around. Make a wide loop, see if we can catch up to him. But luck wasn't on our side. There were just too many cows, and that bull, even though he didn't really know much was going on, he heard some rocks as we moved down, he decided that he was going to push those cows out and around and away from us. They didn't go far, but just far enough where we felt, let's let him just settle down. We'll come back later. There's more days ahead. And it was basically our first 3 hours of the hunt.
Extreme Pursuits is brought to you by Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker. HuntingClub.com, the official site of the North American Hunting Club. Field Logic, IQ bow sights with retina lock technology. Center the dot for the perfect shot. And by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable.